This is the draft stage of making an island map. So first I found a picture on the internet. I chose a hibiscus flower and I just typed in hibiscus blossom silhouette, and it gave me a good black and white image that I was able to trace. You can freehand it. If you can trace it right on your computer screen at this size. If you have a projector, you can project it on the wall. Anyway, I have my outline, and then I have my list of landforms. I'm going to go and check those as I place them. So as I look at this, I've got lots of openings and things. I am going to just go in order here. A basin is a low-lying area. For it to be low-lying, I need to have it elevated first. So I'm just going to choose right here to have one layer go up and another layer go up. So I've made kind of a mountain there, and then up here on that mountain I'm going to have a low-lying area that'll be a basin. To show it's a basin, I have the little hatch marks around it, and then I'll label it basin. When I do my big map, I'll give it a fun name. Okay, next I need a bay. So a bay is an inlet of water. And really all of these inside the blossom, I've got lots of them. I'm going to go ahead and call this one here a bay. Check that off as we go. A canyon is a space between mountains. So I have to have mountains first. So I'm going to put a stack of pancakes, some topographical lines here to show that there's an elevation change here. And I'm just coming in a little ways from the outline. And then I'll have this one go up to a mountain peak here. I'll have this one go up over here. Have it fairly close on that side so it's steep. Okay, so I've got three little peaks, and right here in between those peaks is a canyon. And then a cape is a point of land jutting into the water. So any of these points would be capes. I'll just call this one a cape. A channel is a passage of water between two land masses. So I'm going to call here where the water comes in, this is a channel. A cliff is going to be steep sides, which means I'm going to have elevation change and the lines will be really close to each other. So I'm going to make another mountain over here, but I'm going to have this side go really almost on top of the other line. So here, if I keep that really close, it makes it so that's a straight up and down cliff at that location. Go ahead and put my separate peaks there. I think I'll make that one a little taller. All right, so here I have a cliff. Okay, a delta is where a river flows out into the ocean and kind of fans out. So I'm going to have a river come down from this mountain. Rivers always start high up in the mountains and then flow down. So here where it fans out is my delta. And then next on my list is divide. So a divide is a mountain range that has the water go one direction one way, and so both sides go different directions. So because I put a river on the other side, this can be a divide. A gulf is a larger inlet of water, so I'm going to call this one a gulf, and really the size is pretty similar, but it's good enough. Highland is any high elevated area, so any of my mountains. I'm going to call this one that I've already got here a highland. Okay, hill. This, I'm only having it go up one, so we'll call that a hill. Both of those could be hills. Okay, an island is just any place that's surrounded by water, and really all of these petals are islands. The pistil and stamen part is an island. I'm going to call this one an island. And then I'm to isthmus. An isthmus is a narrow strip of land that connects two larger pieces of land. And it's almost hard, it's so skinny to see, but this little narrow part here I'll call my isthmus. A lowland is a flat area, so I'm going to do some more hills over here, but then I'm going to leave a low area in between. So this will be my lowland. A mesa is a flat-topped mountain. We'll go ahead and let this one be flat on top. So I'm not going to go in super close. I'm going to have it fairly steep because the mesas I've seen are pretty steep at the top. So we'll stop there and we'll call it a mesa. A mountain range. I've already got 2 mountain ranges here that are called different things. And I could easily just label one of those a mountain range, but I think I want to have some elevation over here too, so I'll add another one. Remember, all of your contour lines have to connect to themselves at some point, so it's like an outline of a shape. Okay, and I'm going to label this one a mountain range. Okay, a peninsula is like the long version of a cape. So the cape is the very end, the peninsula is the full thing that sticks out. So any of these bases of the flower petals would work. I'm going to label this one peninsula. A plain is another flat area. So I've got a plain right here because there's no elevation change there. A plateau is a large flat area. Mountains can be carved out of it, but it starts out as an elevated landmass. So I'm just going to have this go up, and then this whole thing will be a plateau. A sound is a water inlet that's parallel to a coast. So let's call this the coastline, and then this water that comes in here is a sound. A strait is a passageway between land masses. Channel kind of works the same way. I'll call this one a strait. A tributary is a river that flows into another river. So I'm just going to have another river come down from this mountain and come over here and connect with this river. And then this one is a tributary. And then a valley is an area between mountain peaks, pretty much. It's a flat area in between. I'll call this one a valley. And a volcano I'm going to go with the cone-shaped volcano that is formed by lava. So both of these actually would be volcanoes. You only have to label one of them. And that takes care of everything on our list. Some others we talked about in class that we haven't put on here would be a lake and a river and an archipelago, which is a string of islands. So I'm going to call right here, I'm going to call this an archipelago. And there's my rough draft. And then next step is to transfer that to the larger paper, and we'll show that next.